Hello and welcome to Computer Collabs. My name is Dave, and today I want to talk to you about Windows security settings. So get a PC up and running and navigate to your Cortana window and type security. And the moment you do, you can click on Windows security and it will pop up this window. Now it should be noted that these security settings are the built-in protection that Microsoft offers for your operating system. If you wanted to add an extra layer of security to the Microsoft operating system, you would need to buy a piece of third-party software known as virus protection software, and you can find that online. The one I recommend to people all the time is called Bitdefender. It's got enterprise solutions. It's also got home and business solutions that are really awesome. It's lightweight, and it tends to just to be a great all-around product for scanning and protecting your machine against all sorts of things that can attack it. But beyond that, if we get down into these individual settings of Windows, what we can do is we can click through these different tiles, and they're also here on the side, and they will teach us some things about how to secure our operating system. And you can see the checkboxes that are enabled to show what is protected to the nth degree. And so starting out in virus and security protection here, we have the ability to run a quick scan of our system, which is really helpful if you think you just got infected. So you just run a quick scan. You could even choose parts of your computer if you want to. You can manage the ransomware protection, which basically if someone was to put ransomware on your computer, you would have to pay a sum to unlock it, and you should never pay it, by the way, because they have no reason then to unlock it if you pay it. But anyway, that's what that is. Basically, they put a ransom out for your data. But this is how you configure the ransomware protection. You have virus and protection updates. Make sure you could check for updates and see that you have the latest patch of Windows. And you have virus and threat protection settings, and you can see those there. There's also scan options. If you click that, you can see you can do a full scan, or you can do a custom scan of certain folders. Again, if you think something was infected there. So very important section of the security profile. It's recommended, this will do scans automatically, but it's recommended every now and then you go through and just do your own scan, and just to make sure that everything is safe. This is the built-in virus protection software, if you will, to Windows. Next is account protection. And if you are signed in with your account to the computer, the actual computer itself, then you will be able to access your account info. I'm not going to bring this up because it'll bring up my information, and you can set up a dynamic lock that's available on this device. Again, mine is not set up, so it's not available, but you can set it up and protect your account when it comes to someone who might intrude on your computer, and that's what this section is for. And again, it's your Microsoft account. The next is the firewall and network protection. If you click that, notice it says that your domain network, private network, and public network is active. And the difference between these is fairly simple. Starting out with the lowest level here, your private network is exactly on the computer. It is the firewall on your computer. It's a software-based blockage that will try to stop. It's the last line of defense on your computer. Your public network is more of what is actually the network that you're on, or the actual Ethernet cable that you are connected to, whether or not that protection on an outgoing source is protected. And then your domain network would be the business perhaps that you're connected to, or the overall corporate level network that you're on. So this won't really apply to many people who are on a device at their house. These two will be the ones that you'll want to make sure have the checkbox. Okay, you always want to keep these firewalls on. So should you need to disable them for whatever reason, some apps are really large or whatever, or have a certain type of a setting to where you'll have to disable the firewall or download something that's really big or whatever. There's certain instances where you might have to disable these. You can allow an app through the firewall. Notice here there are firewall notifications settings. There are advanced settings. You can restore firewalls to default if you've played with something. You can turn things off and on as needed in this section when it comes to protecting yourself with the firewall. Again, I would recommend leaving these on all the time, but let's just say you need to turn it off to install an app for whatever reason, you can there. Next is the app in the browser control. If you click this, you've got reputation-based protection, and basically this says that these settings protect your device from malicious and potentially unwanted apps, files, and websites. It's always recommended to keep that on It's just a layer of protection in the browser for you, and I believe it works with Edge. And I'm not positive what other browsers it works with, but definitely with Microsoft Edge. They're very Edge based. They try to push you to Microsoft pushes you to use their product very, very harshly. Anyway, and then Microsoft Defending Application Guard. This is something that can isolate your browsing and basically put you into it says here, an isolated environment when you are browsing the web, which is a really over the top security measure. But if you wanted to turn that on because you're doing some very sensitive data crunching and going on the web to do sensitive things, then perhaps this is something for you. And exploit protection. You can help protect your device against attacks. Out of the box, this is set up, and it basically just protects you against getting scammed online. Next, we have device security. If you click that, the only thing that I have in here is the core isolation, and basically because I have virtualization enabled on my computer, it protects the different cores or parts of those individualized machines that I have running. And so you can protect the different devices connected with or running on your machine through this section of the portal here with device security, as well as you can protect your own device if you have logged in. Again, I haven't logged in on this device, but if I logged in with my Microsoft account, I'd be able to protect this device as well with my from getting my Microsoft account hacked and also the device hacked. Okay, the connection is where people could take over things. Device performance and health. This is really cool to see the different pieces and things that go on and read more details about your computer and the different scans that have been done, or find out if your apps are having problems, or if you just feel like you had an attack, you can look here and see, did your computer find anything real fast, as well as run a scan. You could also potentially clean up the installation of Windows um, and do a fresh start. Make sure to back up your personal files if you wanted to do that. I highly don't recommend doing this unless you have your files backed up, because it will wipe your machine. But this is a way that you do device performance and health. It would be to basically do a wipe of your machine if you feel that it's been totally compromised at that level. And then we have family options. Let's say you have kids or you have someone else who's using your computer. You can protect your kids online, set up screen times and habits and things, and you can view the family settings. The moment you click this, though, it's going to take you online and ask you to sign into your Microsoft account to set those things up. And so then you can kind of manage your machine from the cloud. And also you will be able to see your family's devices at a glance and check on the amount of time that people are spending on devices and things. It's kind of a very invasive, if you will, to be able to see everything that's going on. So that's what this is for, and you could set that up again in the cloud to manage all the Windows devices maybe your family has, or even if someone else uses your computer, you could kind of check in as to what they're doing. All right, so that's a quick overview of Windows security settings, not going too in depth into too much of the little pieces that exist, but nonetheless giving you a quick overview of how you can protect your computer and stay safe online. Again, an extra layer of security would be to get virus protection software, but this in and of itself is considered to be virus protection software as a complete package, and you could totally use your computer and be completely safe with this package as well. But nonetheless, sometimes people feel they need something more, and so they would use virus protection software. So that's what the security settings are, and hopefully you learned something today. Give the video a like and subscribe to the channel, and as always, I will see you in the next video.